Alright, let's look into part 6 and what do we have here? Okay, so again, I am going to read this very quickly and highlight anything that's important, but if you want to pause and read through it in detail, please do so. Alright, so I had a very quick read. So basically this madman have had 6 people locked away in an underground water tank. And basically he's saying that, once the tank becomes full, the oxygen will run out for all 6 of them. And out of these 6 people, 5 of them are, I would say they are not innocent, whereas one of them is innocent. So once we are able to solve 5 puzzles, we'll come across a final puzzle, and that will give us the right to make a decision whether we should let all the bad people take down an innocent life, or we should save the innocent one and deal with the fact that the bad people get an extra minute on this earth. So that's what is expected. And let's start with the participants. So okay, so these are the 6 and one of them is innocent, whereas the other 5 are bad people. We have the names as well, and it says, this arrow probably shows that this is the direction of the names, but we do not know who to start with, right? So I'm not sure if that is one of the puzzles or not, but let's look into the other part of this. Okay, so it says find the correct. Okay, let me just look. Okay, so the puzzles start from here. I thought maybe we would have something like a challenge number or something, but I think this is the first puzzle probably. Then we have I don't know if this is a periodic table or it's a modified version, but it looks like a traditional periodic table to me. So I'm just going to just place this here right now. Okay. Alright, then we have another code here which says can you break the code. Then you have a puzzle. There are a lot of pages. I don't know if they are linked together or what, because we are told to solve 5 puzzles, right? So we have another one here, then we have one here. Okay, and then finally we have the options, right? So if you played the earlier parts, you would know that this is how the last page would look like, and then I have a blank page. So I'm going to keep this aside, and we are going to solve this in the same order, because I'm not sure if the order is important or not, but let's start with the puzzles. Well then, let's start with the first puzzle. So this says that find the correct combination of water from the glasses to fill the empty jug with 98 ounces of water. If a glass is used, you pour all the water from the glass into the jug. Okay, number of ounces in the glass not used will be used to activate the valve. Okay, so if I have understood this right, if I pour this glass with 11, I have to pour this entire 11. I can't just pour a portion of it. And if I'm using these 4 glasses, then the addition of these 2 could be my solution. That will be the number that we use to activate. Okay, I don't know if I am saying the right thing, but maybe let's just give this a try. Okay, so I have placed the sheet under the transparency so we can start solving. So I am planning to first add all of this. So I have 17, 26, 13, 11, 3 and 39. So that gives me 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 29, I guess. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 109. And then 98 ounces is what I have to reach, right? So, okay, so 11. Oh, that is this one. I think the number of ounces in the glass not used will be used to activate. So this answer is 11. But I'm just not sure where am I supposed to map this to. I know I have this sheet, and I don't know. So am I supposed to be writing this somewhere? I'll just write it here, but I don't know, because there's no number assigned to this, right? So this is 11. Okay, let's see. Alright, let's move on to the next puzzle. Alright, so this is the second puzzle and we have a periodic table over here. I'm not able to read clearly, but I can see that, I mean, the letters, numbers, and everything is visible. Maybe it's not that clear in the camera. And we do have the elements over here. So, what do I have to do? Should I be writing down the numbers which map to those elements? Or so I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, right? And I 1 second, I need a number, right? Because for the first puzzle in the jug I got a number 11, so I guess I may have to do something of that sort. Let's just start playing this. So we start with the first one, then okay, I am still trying to figure out. Okay, we go this way, I guess, first. Then we go this way. Then this way. Oh, back here. And then back here. Oh, this way and then this way. What is this? Is this like a 4 or something? We need a number, right? Or is this like an arrow which is pointing at this, maybe? Okay, I think this is the right answer, but I would like to check the hints and the solutions first before we proceed. So just give me a couple of seconds. Okay, I'm back and we are correct. So the answer is chlorine and the number would be 17. So that is the next answer. So let's just make a note of that. So we have the periodic table and the answer is 17. Okay, let's move to the next one. Alright, so let's look at the next puzzle. So it says, can you break the code to uncover what you see under the sea? Okay, so we see a lot of fishes. Okay, let me just take this out for a bit. Okay, so we see a lot of fishes here and we have to break the code. So are we supposed to be substituting these letters for something? Like this is a 4-letter word, this could be fish. Oh, this is also a 4-letter word. This, so any of these 4 could be a fish, right? So if Q becomes an F, then E can't become an I because it'll be reversed. So let's look at this. This is a 5-letter word. I should skip this and this. Okay, if F is an, oh, this is S and H. So C is an I, but it doesn't make sense. It has to apply. Let's look at F and J. So F plus GHIJ plus 4 will give me a J, I, J, K, L, M. Oh yes, this is definitely a cipher. So J, M, W, L is a fish basically because it's plus 4. Let me just put it here. Okay, so I have, I'm just going to make a note of this here, J, M, W, L. So this is F, I, S, H because it's plus 4. Or rather minus 4 rather. I mean this minus 4, or let me put it as minus for clarity. So if I look at L, S, A, this becomes okay. So basically it is how many solid yellow fish basically. So solid yellow. So solid yellow would be 1. Is this yellow or orange? Okay, I'll just consider it as yellow. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. Anyways, for now I'll just go with 4. So we have the C which is 4. Alright, let's go to the next puzzle. Alright, so what do we have here? We have, as the clock strikes 10, so shall the water begin to flow. Will the 5 be able to escape, or will only one survive? Does it matter if it's 12 people or 10 people? It seems that it's up to the 2 of us, my friend. Okay, this is very simple. I don't think I need to even put it in the transparency. So there are numbers here, right? So first one we have 10. So 10 should be a T. Then the next one is 5, so 5 will be W. Then 1 survives, that's E. Does it matter if it's 12 or 10? So NT, it has to be Y. It seems that it's the up to 2 of us, that's Y. Okay, so this I think it just went blurred, but basically this answer is 20, and it's very prominent based on the numbers that are highlighted here and the clock where the letters are pointing towards. So alright, let's make a note of this. This is a very quick one. So this is like a dial or a clock, whatever you want to call it, and the answer is 20. Alright, let's move to the next puzzle. Alright, so the next puzzle says, when you remove all of the thing that I am adding to the tank, then you might just find what you're looking for. Okay, what are we adding to the tank? I think he was adding water, right? Oh, where is that? We had this somewhere. Okay, it said, yeah, as time progresses over the next hour, the water tank will begin filling. Alright, and the tank will be completely full and the oxygen will run out. Okay, I guess the answer should be a water if I'm not mistaken. And so are we supposed to be removing the letters, like, okay, so if I remove T, W, oh, but okay, so I have to just maintain K, keep K here because it's WATER. R is not there, but so okay, when you remove all of the thing that I'm adding, or should I be removing, like, because if I read this right, if I want to make a word out of it, it can be TAKE, take, and that is only possible if I remove WAT. Yeah, I think that's what we have to do. Let's just place it here. So we don't have to like literally remove all the letters like WATER. Okay, I'm going to just place it here only. So WATER. Then again we have WATER. We have to do. So we are left with take. Alright, so take the number of letters in all the participants. Okay, so I guess we have to literally count this. I'm just going to quickly count this. So I believe this is 71, which is a big number, but that's what I could count. So I'm just going to make a note here. So what puzzle was this? Actually, it didn't have a name as such, but okay, let's just call it water. Okay, I'm just going to call it 71. All right, let's go to the next puzzle. All right, let's look at the next one. So it says that drip drip, and we have different colors. Okay, I think this is pretty simple. It's very evident. So if I look at green 4, I have to probably go with the letter I. So it starts this way, I, then we have N, we have another N. Okay, I think that's how we have to solve it. So let's try to do that. So I have an I have an N, I have another N here. Okay, so I hope we've done this right. So it says innocence belongs to TF. Okay, who is TF here? Oh, the last one. Okay, so this is what it is, but okay, I think this linkage looks like it starts from her to him. So I guess Tyson French is innocent. That's this guy, I believe, if I'm not wrong. So maybe I'm just going to make a note of this. Okay, I think I should write it down as well, right? So this is drip drip, and this is, I mean, this is just a solution that stay innocent. All right, now let's look at the final page, that is this one, and it always gives us an option. So it says the time has come for you to make a choice. All right, will you decide to let the entire ship sink, even knowing that there's an innocent life on board? That's first one. Or would you choose to allow would you choose to allow all lives to live, knowing that you are letting abusers free to potentially abuse again and again? Okay, so we will try both these solutions, to check. So the first answer would be, if you don't want to free anyone, then numbers obtained from each puzzle in order. Okay, so that would be basically 11, 17, 4, 2, 0, 7, 1 plus initials of innocent person. Okay, so that would be TF, right? Yeah, and then that was, yeah, TF, that is what it is. Okay, and then the second would be numbers obtained from each puzzle in order. Okay, so this would stay the same, plus initials plus the word free. Okay, so these are the two passwords, and I really hope they work. So I'm just going to scan on this and let's see what we have. All right, so I typed in this first one, and this is the answer or the outcome of that. So basically we have decided to allow all lives to be lost. Okay, and that also includes the sacrifice of Tyson, who was innocent. So let's just look at it very quickly. Okay, so he's saying that I am called the Madman, but who is the one you're letting 6 people die? So basically Tyson was innocent, and he's like, okay, you have to get to live with the fact that he has taken his last breath. Okay, so we made an kind of incorrect decision is what they are saying, but let's go to the second option, that is this one now, where we basically free everyone. So let's scan this and check this. Alright, so I have entered the same password, but I've just added the word free to this, and this is what I get. It says you made the decision to allow all of the lives to be freed. Okay, and he says I've played some trick on you and all lives are innocent. Is it? No, so Tyson is the only innocent person, he's saying. And are you ready for the interesting fact? The other 5 people in the tank, he has worked directly with their victims. So I basically placed okay, well, you decided for all the participants to Mr. French may not have been able to escape. Oh, okay. So basically the first one tells us that Tyson was killed because we chose to basically take a decision not to free all of them, and in this case they are saying that, oh, you freed the ones who were not innocent, and the one who was innocent, that's Mr. French, that's Tyson, was probably not able to escape, because the others may have recognized him and probably taken care of him in that way. So I think that's what the outcome is. So that brings us to the end of all the 5 parts. All right, so welcome back. And thanks for being with me throughout this journey of 6 parts, because I had an amazing time. I mean, if I look at these parts randomly, though I don't remember the puzzles that I've solved now, but when I look at them, I'm like, oh wow, this was so interesting. Also, there were some puzzles. This is the exact one, I think. Let me just open that. So like this one, where I know we folded and we were on the wrong track, but then ultimately we knew. So hints and solutions were very useful. I also like that, at the end of some of these, let me just look at that. We had an option to select. So of course, I mean, if we are playing, we can take a decision, but out of curiosity, we would want to know both the options, right? So, I mean, I definitely had an amazing time, and if you had an amazing time as well, then I would request you to check the link, and you may want to check out more such games from the designer. I mean, DMS is an amazing brand, and stay tuned, subscribe to my channel, because we will have more such content coming in soon. So thank you so much for watching.